And welcome everyone. This is Titled Tuesday. I'm here. I'm your host. My name is Wouter. I am the esports producer for Chess.com. Also an avid streamer. And I'm here to bring you one of the greatest events, one of the longest running events in online chess history, I must say. That's probably not completely true, but you gotta sell it how you can. Hope everybody's having a great time. I'm having a good time. I'm pumped for this event. I'm always hyped for this event. Titled Tuesday is where people can just jump in. It's consistent. It's always it's every Tuesday. Obviously, that's why it's called Titled Tuesday. And we're gonna make a great thing out of it. Everyone's gonna have a great time. I know I will. Hope you guys will as well. Look at the format. What are we working with? We're working with an 11th round Swiss. Well, a Swiss is easy. You play one game. You wait till everyone is done, and then the next round starts, and you get paired with someone that has equal amount of points to yours. So, pretty decent standard, fairly decent format. It's scheduled every Tuesday at 10 a.m., 7 p.m. CEST. Not today, because America decided to turn the clock back an hour. And we in the Netherlands here, or in Europe, we were like, okay, you know what, we'll wait. We'll take our chances, and I believe we do it like somewhere next week, so we'll wait for that. It's 3 minutes with 1 second increment, so there is flagging chances, but if you're fast enough, you should be able to save yourself. Payout is based on Chess.com tie breaks. Now, talk about the payouts. What are we looking for in prizes? First place, $750. 750 Hondas right in your pocket. That's easy money, easy pickings. Second place, we got $400. Third place, $150. Fourth place is $100. Best female gets $100, and there's also a best stream. So if you're a title player, and if you, in all the correct words, you're not that good at winning the top 3, which obviously is a really tall task to get in here, become a streamer. Just stream. We have Arena Kings. We have that every Monday and Friday. So you can stream there. Everyone can play. Everyone can win as long as you stream. And you can practice your here. Try to be a streamer. Enjoy the content. Hashtag grow the game as they would. And we can get into the chess action. It starts in about 33 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. We already have some spicy people that have joined us. Let's have a look real quick. We have Miss Hanik. Let's have a quick gander at who he was. I believe it was, yeah, it's Alexander Sarana, obviously. Jeffrey Zhang is here with D. Bogdan. Fair Chess on YouTube, which is Dimitri and Draking. So we have a lot of cool people who have joined. We have here Pragnananda, Chess Warrior, which is Abdustorov, Christopher Yu. We have so much to choose from, and I already have a win. Look at that, boom. That's a good one to get. Now there are a lot to let's look at the leader. Let's look at the top. Let's see how the boys and girls are doing here in this tournament, and let's see how they fare. Let's look at Miss Hanik. Let's look at Master Croquette, who is a Dutchie, obviously. So obviously this is a Dutch. Let me have a quick look. Joey Goochel. I'm Dutch. I never knew it, but Croquette is a delicacy from the Netherlands. You should win. Who will win? Is a question from the chat. That's an excellent question. I'm gonna say that Jeffrey Zhang is gonna have the best shot, but we will see how that's going to turn out. Let's have a look at this position. Though there are plenty of games going all around at the same time. We'll make sure to cover most of them, but we'll try to stay with one as long as we can. Have some fun in that regard. Now, in this position right here, I would argue that Master Croquette has a beautiful position and is actually doing fairly well. White is ready to pounce on b4 and c5, trying to hit him forward. I don't mind this. Look at this. Bishop d6, putting his piece in front of this pawn. I'm going to say you are not being able to push this pawn further anymore. This, I'm just going to look something like g4. I might even play something like, yeah, double the rooks, play knight here, go for d7. White is completely dominating Miss Hanik. This is a huge upset. This is a huge upset if this works forward. 95 just seems crushing. Winning this pawn after knight rook c7, you have knight b5. Why didn't he go for this? 95, if you press here, you have knight b5, and you just win on the spot. I'm not sure what which ghosts he saw. Not sure which ghost he saw, but still, obviously he's in a very good position. You cannot play a knight here because you're gonna win this pawn. This is an ugly move because of b4, b5. This is just this is winning. My room is scary. Well, you're right. The lighting just went down. See, it's getting dark outside. All right, it's getting dark outside, which is why. Bob, we can fix that. Boom. The light shines upon the darkness. Everyone happy. We can continue with the fun. The fun being, obviously, the Untitled Chapter that we experience here right now. Knight d4 seemed like a very good move. Trying to go for this knight. Trying to go to b5. What a mess. White is dominating here, chat. Look at the upset. The guy is 500 rating points low. And look at... I've never seen this. What is this? That looks like an Elon Musk rocket, if you ask me. Like 2 knights, put a few doges on there and ship it into space. That's what I see it. But yeah, White has all the pressure. White has all the room. It's a very nice b5, b5, and you win the pawn, and it's just over. Holy moly! Holy moly! No, he en passant. Master Coquette refuses to win this d7 pawn. Absolutely refuses. I mean, let me just point this out. If you play b5 here, you trade. You cannot defend this anymore. You're gonna straight up win this pawn, and there's nothing you can do about it. Very peculiar, but we'll see how that's going to work out. We're gonna see how that's. Savannah is rickrolling at the moment. That's what he's doing. He's gonna play Rick Ashley in a moment, if I look at this. But still looking really well. Probably take on c6. Yes. Take on d5. Take on d5. You lose c3. Might not want to do that. Can you play knight takes d5? Knight takes, pawn takes, and you win this on f5. Could be interesting, chat. Knight takes d5. Knight takes d5 could be the winner that we've all been looking for. Hey, something to take into account. Something to take uphold when you're looking at these cool kind of positions. Goes for b5. Interesting. Does it drop the c4 pawn? I'm gonna say... Well, it doesn't drop it, but it really weakens your structure. I don't know. That's an interesting one to look at. Definitely an interesting one to look at. Rook takes c4 might be the trick. Might just take with the pawn. Trade-off. You will leave a very weak e6 pawn, which is why White is going for. So we will see how that is going to work out. Still, trick him. Knight takes d5. Let's go. Let's go. And I hope everyone's having a good time. I like that, you know, chess has exploded over these last months. It's going absolutely banana hammock, so I'm glad you guys are here, joining me on this Tuesday, wherever you are. And he did play knight takes d5, going for that f5 square. Master Coquette is showing some cojones. Some massive cojones are being displayed at this moment. Very, very instructional that we see here. He cannot take back. Well, he can take back, but it's double attack. And after this, you trade everything off. And you're up a pawn. You're not up a pawn. You're not up a pawn. I got a little bit too excited there. White having a small edge in this position, I would say. Especially if you could get like... It's because of this, the pawn islands. You see 2 pawn islands here. You have 2 pawns here for White and 3 pawns here. Well, Black, so these are 2 pawn islands. Well, Black have 1, 2, 3 pawn islands. And these pawn islands are very important, especially during the endgame, because pawns need to protect each other. And if a pawn is undefended, so isolate a pawn, like we can see right here, there's no pawn that can defend it, it's an easy target. And that's how we will be going forward. Rook to e5, interesting. There are some tricks on this rank here, so you got to be very, very careful. But there are 2 pawns being dropped. Is there just a quick check? There is a quick check. The king is running. G4, look at this. 16 seconds against 25 seconds. Are we going to see a absolutely spectacular finale? Ooh, that drops. Oh my. What happened? What just happened? It started with a pin. And you cannot take this. Because it's bait and 1. Wow. How did he see it this fast? Now it's still pinned. You can just play. Wow, h5. Look at this. Look at this beauty. g5. Doesn't matter. Let's drop the knight here. Everything's falling apart. This is just disgusting. It's disgusting. 3 seconds against 15 seconds. Master Coquette was playing an incredible game. Really, really well. But it seems like he has to forfeit at the end. Did I speak too soon? Rook's coming to g5 as well. He just wants to trade queens. He says, I'm up so much material. I'm up so many pawns. Let's just boogie. Let's keep going. But white's crawling back. Only down 2 pawns. Anything is possible. This is bullet down. We have bullet ongoing. There's probably someone at my door. So you're going to have to... I have to apologize for the dog going in banana hammocks. These are interesting endgames. These are very interesting endgames, especially if you have the rook behind. There could be something here. The king goes to g3. There are some running moments at the moment. This is interesting. This is interesting. Let's see how it's gonna go. The black just needs to start pushing these pawns on the h file. Black needs to start pushing pawns on the h file. Keep it going. Yeah, there's someone at the door. Probably the delivery guy. So we're gonna have to indulge it for a moment. But it seems like black will just end this up. And this is a very nice technique. And black does win at the end. A little co-commentary by the puppy. You're welcome. You're welcome. Let's see which games are still ongoing and still going on. Giga Korobatse against Nikilit. This is a free pawn advantage for black. Holy moly. This is a free pawn advantage for black. What a beast. And now it's even more than a free pawn advantage. Wow. They really shattered. Do we still have some games left? Let's look at this one with I am Artem Sadovitsky against Mishakov Fedor, both from Russia. And this... Ooh. Is this a draw? I think it's a draw. Which is mostly because this king is completely boxed in. Now it is a draw. No. Pff. Now white's gonna get made. No, what? Oh, I thought it was made already. Okay. Well, that was an unfortunate change of circumstances for white, but they are certainly going to lose this one. It's gonna be a... Oh, okay, 8 seconds. Well, what? What is going on here? What? This what's the queen? Alright, it should be made. There you go. Bring the rook back. Yep. King, queen. Yep. Checkmate. Oh my god, dude. I got a heart attack from that. My god, dude. Alright. So, that was round 1. Easy pickings. Easy pickings, ladies and gentlemen. And that's just the way it is. Some things will never change. A mouse lip at the end. It might. Let's jump over to Bogdan Deek playing against Skachkov V. We'll have to see. Obviously, this is Bogdan Deek, very strong grandmaster from Romania. Valery Skachkov. He's very young. A very young, nice, bright, talented individual that we have around here. Absolutely. So let's see how this is going to work out, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how this enlightens us. Let's see how this works in our favor. We have an interesting... This is a radiant attack. Where my browser isn't playing sounds. Where we see a early sacrifice on f6. It was not really a sacrifice. But every time you fee and cattle your bishop and you trade it off on f6. That's a sacrifice in my book. Is he going for the double bishop sacrifice? It's not really a sacrifice. Like I said, you trade off. It's materially equal, but bishops are just so strong in the end game. You can never underestimate those little devils, or she's gonna pull back. But the problem for pulling back is that after d4, you're going to create a lot of space already in the center for black, where usually white is the one with the space. So I'm going to see how white is going to respond. He does take on c6. He is taking on c6. And black with a bit of an annoying pawn structure at the moment, especially if white can consolidate with d4. And we will see how that will turn out at the end. This is an interesting position, interesting idea. Not the most interesting. So we're gonna hop a little bit. Gonna inquire me because actually I want to see Jeffrey Sean. And this, whoa, whoa, what? Are they playing Chess 960? Did I miss the memo? Was it? Oh, sorry. We're playing Fisher Random today, Vic. Oh, playing Chess.com. Thanks for. What is this? What a giant mess. What? Why is white up a full rook? Because someone. Okay. This is. How did this start? What? I'm so confused. Let me start from the start. Okay. So. Did he pre-move? What? What? Okay. Sure. Okay. Well, that explains it. That explains it. That is like BGH says, full rook and the king in the center. That was a bit of. This is theory. I think this is a huge blunder. Why should we play like I would? Listen, man, he's just watching too many of my streams. That's what's happening. If Jeffrey still draws this, that's gonna be a huge props. If Jeffrey still draws this, but you know, it is Jeffrey Xiong. We will see. Right, Chess Master, National Master is having the time of. Maybe Jeffrey's just playing. Maybe he's just playing the Swiss Gambit. But after like Queen C2, there are threats on this file. There are threats on G6 as well, which you need to make sure this doesn't happen. So I'm not sure how it's going to work out. Queen C8, yeah, just trade the queens. That looks good. Rook C8, let's get on that file. You're up material, just trade everything off. Should be an easy win for White here, but wow, what a blunder at the opening. Was he pre-moving this? Let me look at the time real quick. Was he just pre-moving? Oh, I can't tell. It seems like he was pre-moving, but who knows? Obviously, that's just a huge blunder. He loses a pawn and a rook, and the ability to castle for absolutely no reason. Maybe he mixed up openings. Maybe he got a little bit, he got distracted by something else. Obviously, Jeffrey Xiong is a phenomenal player. One of the most talented American players at the moment. So we'll see how that is going to work out. It seems like he's consolidating a bit. It seems like he is consolidating a bit. Which is scary to say. If you're white, you're like, holy moly. How did I not win yet? Because that's the worst part. If someone gives you like a full piece advantage and you still lose. That would be an unfortunate circumstance, as they would say. What's up, Kakos? Welcome. Hope everybody is having a good time. I don't know what's going on, but this knight is gonna pose some problems. E5, brilliant move. This knight cannot be trapped away anymore. The rook is now cut off. After H4, you're almost trapping this bishop, which is now. I'm gonna say that black's gonna win this. Probably king E6. You cannot have the double up here to win this. Holy moly, bishop D6. You just win this pawn now. Take on E5. This could turn around. This could turn around, and Jeffrey Xiong looks like he's going to win this game. It seems like he's just better at this moment with his bishop completely trapped. And I mean completely trapped. This pawn is going to run towards a new era. And this is just impossible. This is just amazing. This is just amazing to see. At nose to draw, I think black is way better. If you look at the pawn structure at the moment, very smart move, trading off that bishop. Very smart move. Now you can just run the king over here, promote, and there's not much to do. This is just... It's disgusting. The technique, yeah. Give me h3. Look at this. All his pawns are in dark squares. He has the dark square bishop. He can defend everything to its heart's content. Just play bishop f4. You don't care about this pawn. Take this, take that. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Oh, he's gonna stop running. Obviously, now you need to maneuver your rook around here to make sure you're defended. Yikes. my god, dude. Oh my god. It's just so good. It's just so good. He should have been taking it down, but it did not work out. And black is going to promote to a queen. King f2. Get the queen. And now Ryan is in full disbelief. A full disbelief. Cannot believe that he won that game after the opening. Let me remind you that this was the opening for black, where he lost a pawn and a rook for no compensation. If I turn on the engine right here, it says plus 7.5 for white, which is just because he needed a challenge. That's one way to put it. Let's put it like that. That is he is truly diabolical at that point. You okay there? I don't know why, but the puppy is nibbling on my toes. And that creates a tingling sensation, which I also see on the chessboard. With white just dominating. Look at this! On knight g5, trading it off. 19 seconds against 3 seconds. Seems like Jospin is going to win this game very smoothly and very nicely. Let's see which games we still have. We have Grandmaster Cricker. He is playing and streaming at the moment. We'll have a look in during the break, which is after round 4. We're going to have a quick look into some streamers and see how that will resume. So let's have a look here. This should be an easy win, which has been an easy win, but not for Cricker. It's Jimmy Xiong, National Master Jimmy Xiong, taking down the Grandmaster. Impressive. Very impressive. Let's see which games are still going with Alexander Bordnik. Obviously, he's one of the top contenders, and he is struggling against M. Boyan. What is going on? Each and every favorite that they've been watching today is just getting decimated. Absolutely decimated. And this should be the easiest win for white. Just get your pawns up, you get your king up, and this is a resignation. Wow. Incredible. A lot of upsets. We're getting treated. We are getting absolutely treated. Let's look at a YouTube streamer, Calvin Chess, versus Chelsea Monica, who is a Twitch streamer as well. And it seems like, so this is an interesting one. Black is obviously moving down. This should be a win for black. So the key idea here is you're going to start, you got to keep your king on the dark squares, because that's the easiest way. You need to kink your king a little bit forward, just to make sure everything is defended. You cannot have a blockade of the king right here, but it seems like this is going. I think h2 is even possible. Yeah, h2 is possible. It's a cool little trick. h2, if you go here, I'll play bishop to h6. You take my pawn, I'll take your bishop. You take my bishop, I'll promote, and I will win. So that's a neat little trick there. We would have loved to see that. Keep that in mind. And I think that trick is actually necessary to win this game. So we're going to see how that's going to pan out. Another idea is get your king over here, and then make sure to trade these bishops off. This should be, yeah, should be enough. And this is a win as well. You're going to have to trade this, and there's no way to stop both pawns afterwards. You're going to take, if the king goes here, yeah, and now you bring the king up. And king e2 afterwards, king e2. And this is a win. Black is really trying to get a, I think a draw here, but even if you get a queen now, you can still run away. But this is a nice mate in 2, so GG by black. Well done. Nice to see a cool little trick there with the bishop h3. And that was round 2. We have Miss Hanik with 2 out of 2. We Bogdeen with Fair Chess on YouTube, which is Andraking. Dimitri Andraking, are you okay there? Alright, good to know. Round 3 will start soon. Actually, it will start right now. So let's jump right into it. Let's look at Fair Chess. I'll move to, like I say, Dimitri Andraking. One of just a legendary Russian player. Legendary Russian player playing in here. And we have an early h3 g4 against the Caro-Kann. And look at this. The pawns are flying. He says, if you play passive here on the queen side slash center, I'm just going to dominate you on the king side. And that's what Andraking is doing. And I think you have to play h5 here. If you play h6, you can run into some trouble. I think h5 was the main idea. Okay. Alright, I am out of theory. I'm not afraid to say that. I have no idea what's going on. There are all these small little intermezzo's. Maybe queen a5 check to pick this one off. It's a cool little idea. Queen a5, you give a check. You take the knight here afterwards with the rook, and then you just go back to c7. And I would say black is in a very, very good position. At the moment, black is up 2 pawns. But I believe that queen a5 looks like the most obvious choice to start poking some fun at the opponent. But we'll see how that is going to work. Interesting games already. We are getting absolutely spoiled. There it is. Take on e5, and afterwards you go to c7. And it seems like white is just... it seems like white is fine. Well, it seems like both are. I'm not too sure about... So here's the thing about queen e6. If I play g5, and you play g6, I might even play something like bishop h3 to really needle you down. Really get this bishop out. So, yeah! You placed g5. Put me in this tournament. Let's go. Look at that. Doesn't care about the check. I'm just gonna play bishop e3. This is just a feast to watch. So many pawns being sacrificed in the opening just for show, chat. We're getting a display of true strength, and I love to see FM Wouter big soon. Dude, why not tomorrow? Let's go. Absolutely. This seems like a very cool and interesting opening. Dia, who I have no idea who that is. Let's have a quick gander. It is G4 Harujunyan from Romania is getting he's getting swindled. He doesn't know what to do here. He is completely out of his element. I would too. There you go, bishop e3. And f5. Okay. Okay, so do we take here with the queen? Do we play this one or do we play this one? Let's play guess the move. Which of these moves will we see, ladies and gentlemen? Thanks for the commentary. Thanks you guys for being here. I hope you guys enjoying it. Make sure to follow the Twitch channel of Chess if you haven't already. There is amazing content, at least thrice a week. Huge events going up as well. Bullet Chess Championship is going to be at the end of March. I'll be producing that one. It's going to have a lot of big names, a lot of cool ideas. Can't tell you too much, but it's definitely something worth waiting for. Go take with the queen. Ready the castle. And to mate after queen of 7. That will be a very nice idea. Because let's say castle. Let's say he takes here. Do we have enough? And if he thinks, well, maybe I go queen here, we defend the rook, boom. GG yo, as Hikaru would say. But let's look at this. Let's look at this idea. So I'm gonna say castle. You take check here. Do we have like more ideas to really stick it to him? What's the next banger? It has to be a banger, chat. Is it just bishop h3 maybe? So many juicy moves. I'm ready to sacrifice. He does sacrifice. Let's go. Let's go. This makes me so happy. This makes me so happy. There we go. He sacrifices yet another piece. And we're going to see how this is going to pan out. We could snatch a pawn on h7. He's going to play g6. Preparing the mate here. And if you say like, well, 97, going to defend everything. Boom shakalaka. Better watch out, because this pawn is going to be a queen. And we're going to say happy International Women's Day. I'm a few days late, but when you get a queen, that's the phrase you gotta spit out at those times. G6 being wonderful. Ooh, there we go. My God, dudes, that's a free rook. Thanks, buddy. This is just disgusting. Well, black does get the castle long, and the safety is there momentarily. But again, bishop h3. We've been talking about this. This is just a beautiful game that we see going on here. Can you take on d7 because of these pins that we have at the moment? Do you take on f8 first? You could take on f8 first. You can also take on d7 first. It's one or the other. Dia, only 19 seconds. Dimitri, 53 seconds left. Has a beautiful position. Goes for d6. Goes for d6. And trades them now. Yep. Yeah, oh, he's gonna go to c5. Or he's gonna jump over here. My God, dude, look at this pawn on g6. It's such a nice, juicy baby that we have going on. 95. Let's go, GG. Pack it up. Pack it up. Knight h7. Put more pressure on the lad. This is just sad. This is hard to watch. This is just hard to watch. And now, you could take on d7 and just win a pawn, or just win a piece. Oh, rook f1 here. There we go. Way better. Way better. GG. What a fantastic game by Dimitri. What a fantastic game. Beautiful. Beautiful. If I was Gordon Ramsay, I wouldn't call bland. I would give him the thumbs up. Let's see if we can give Chess Warrior the thumbs up. Abdusatorov. He was planned to be participating in Tata Steel Chess. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it. But he is shining. And let's see if he can shine here on the chessboard. On Twitch. And it does seem like we have a good position for white. Where's the mate? If anything, we're going to win a piece. That's always nice to have. 96. There is a check. There's nothing you can do about that. This isn't a possibility because the rook is defending it. We're up a full piece. And black will probably try his best to make this work. But after king f4, king g5, this is a mate. Checkmate, schaakmat, GG. And when you drop on 2700, that's always a bad feeling. Whenever you have like just above, let's say 1600, and you drop to 1594 or something, that's just a terrible feeling. That's just I've been there. I've been there. I can feel that. So, you know, gotta feel for my man. But let's keep it going. Let's see if we have some interesting names popping out. There are still a lot of games ongoing. This is a huge tournament at the moment. Let's have a look. We'll have a look at this one. That's MSB2 2916 against Margency. Not sure who these players are, but I do know that. Oh, this is a very interesting endgame, actually. Oh my god, never mind. This is just. Is this Coffins? Is the mental gone? Or should this be a draw? I think he's going to lose his pawn, and it should be a draw at the end. This is really difficult. Especially with 12 seconds to go, 12 seconds. Anything can happen. Both sides can still win. 100% both sides can still win. Bring the king up, push the pawn. If he gives a check, he's going to go back. It should be a perpetual. He's going to go back to g2, which is interesting. And it seems like we do keep this into a draw. Unless white is going to be fancy. Seems like white is going to fancy, especially with 5 seconds against 10 seconds. You cannot let this run into a repetition. Oh my god, he's going to lose his pawn. Is black going to win this? What is white doing? Why did he bring this king back? I am so confused. And he's losing this one. Again, he just lost all his pawns. Now this is still a draw, ladies and gentlemen. This is still a draw, but very difficult to play for white with such a low time control. Black is the only one playing for a win here. White is fighting for a draw. But as long as you keep your king in the center, this should be all good. There should be absolutely no worries in trying to make this into a draw. But this is our interesting endgames. Very interesting endgames. Black is going to try to push the white king to a corner. And there's not much black can do instead harassing. We're going to see if we can we get some harassment going. We're going to see if the harassment is fair. The non-consensual harassment, there it is. The fork at the end. And white does bring this one home into a draw. We're going to say bring this one home, but could have been better. We actually see the top player as well. Kazakh fighter from Kazakhstan against Michalik with his Alexei Sarada. And it seems like this is going to be a 100% draw. Yep. Get a queen. Trade them off. GG. Norway. Let's move forward. Wow. I'm still baffled of that first game that we witnessed. That was just bellissimo. Bellissimo and Juandissimo. For those who watch Very Odd Parents. Roberto GBM. Who knows Roberto? Roberto Molina. He is the winner of I Am Not a GM Championship, where in the final he beat Levi Rosman. Fairly convincingly in the bullet. He was playing some excellent chess there. He defeated a lot of strong players. And he's now back again in the ring to prove his words against Akobian. It says GM Akobian from St. Louis. If I could believe that STL is what stands for. So, let's see how that is going to pan out. We see a very... so what I've been told... So I've been producing these events where Armand and Robert were leading for the co-commentators. And I learned a lot. What I learned a lot from Roberto is that if he can change queens, if he can exchange queens, he will exchange queens. That is his number one thing to do. But let's see how he's workups against Jacobian. This is a very nice position for black. The knight on d5 is just a beautiful place. This is just a glorified pawn at the moment. This bishop doesn't do that much at the moment. Disgusting. And let's see if we can start pushing. You really want to push b5, so maybe g4 could be. No, e4. You gotta play e4 here. It breaks open the center. It gives you some room to wiggle with. It puts some pressure on f7. With all, I'm drawing a lot of arrows, but believe me, just believe it when I say it's good. E4 seems to be like the one that we should be working with. So let's see if it's gonna work out. I don't think g4 is the correct move. I know he's thinking about it. I know it's playing in his mind. It's playing in his mind, but e4 should be the move to consider to start jamming into the position. So let's see what Roberto does. Does he play e4, g4, or something else? Let me put it to you. Let me put the question to you, chat. My puppy is really desperate for attention. He plays something else to g4. Knight to g4. Incredible. Look at that. Going back, I'm not sure what the idea is. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I think he was scared his knight would be trapped. After like, so I'm just gonna make a few silly moves. Something like this. And say like, well, now my knight is kind of trapped. Could be the case. I'm not sure, but black is finding his way to e4. Okay, he wants some more pressure on e4, trying to defend it. This is it's interesting. You really wanted to break with e4. White didn't do that just yet, so black says, alright, you know what? I'll play my pawns on e5 and e4. Kind of closing down the position. I'm not sure white should be breaking on g4. You could go for g3 and start putting your attention on the queen side. It's definitely something to take into consideration. Black had the opportunity for a look at, but white is showing who's boss. Really showing the dominance. Dropping in at g4, and that's definitely something to be looking at. Jacobian. Let's see how that pans out for him. Queen to h4, already penetrating the position of white here. And black seems to have a lot of space, control of the center, a trapped queen, you know, everything you want. Everything you want in your life. You want your queen trapped. Okay. I'll stop. I'll stop momentarily, but this is an interesting position for sure. Let's see how white can help. I just noticed I never put in an evil bar. Wow, hold on. Let me clear it up for you. So everyone can enjoy the bar that is evaluated. There we go. That's just the way it is. Boom. 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 Shakalaka. Magic on the board. Now you have an evil bar for all your needs. And now we can actually see who's better. And not just guess. And I was guessing that black was better in the position, but white seems to be trapping black's queen. Wow. White seems to be having a solid idea of how to approach this position. I'm not sure how to push it forward from here. I'm not sure how to attack this queen. I think you need to get your knight on f3. But the queen can always run away this way, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. The bishop goes back. We see the evil bar dropping a little bit. I'm not sure why that should be such a bad move. Maybe 91 was better to defend e3, but it's hard to believe that as well, if that was the case. So we'll see. Black is just preparing. We're all GMs here. We don't need the bar. You're right. Listen, how could I be so... It's for me. All right, it's just for me. I'm being selfish. I need the bar for my own selfish needs. I do apologize for the chat, but we'll plow forward together. White is like, what can I move? This rook is stuck. This rook is stuck. This bishop is kind of stuck. Where do I move? What do I move? Where did you come from? Where did you go? What do we play here? Cotton Eye Joe. Okay, are we going to double up here? Are we going to say, well, just double up the rooks and go for b4? It doesn't seem so. I really like that idea because these rooks are stuck. Completely stuck at the moment, so it wouldn't be the worst of ideas, but we're gonna see. If I know anything, Roberto is shaking his chair right now out of disbelief, and I would F4, I don't know, man. I don't know, that's a free Oh! Rook d7, knight f7. The rook is trapped. Rook d7, knight f7. Rook d7, knight f7. You win the rook. Is that so bad? Yeah! He's like, I'm out. Could he have played that sooner? Is that why the evil bar dropped? That's why the evil bar dropped. Oh, you don't want to take that. This looks very scary after taking off the pawn. This looks very, very scary. Very scary position. Let's see how that's going to work out. He brings the pawn back. The evil bar is like my heart rate at the moment, going up and down. Not sure what's going on. This rook is now superbly placed, actually. But the rook is coming in. Rook b1. Jam it in there. 10 seconds against 24 seconds. Will we see the action that we love and deserve? This is just a crazy game. Always back and forth. This bishop is just stuck in purgatory. Doesn't know what to do. Do we have any yep clock? Rook takes g6 and you lose the queen! Oh my god, that is disgusting. Akobian loses. I completely missed this as well. But after this, there's a check and a discovered attack here. Wow. Disgusting. Roberto coming in with a clutch win against a very strong grandmaster. Let's go, as they would say. Let's keep the pace up. Let's see what we have here. We have Konavets, which is Sam Savian from America against Chess Lover. I'm not sure who that is, but I do know Sam Savian from a JICC times, and they are playing an interesting position here. It seems like Black is down a pawn, but one pawn that is very well advanced, and now Black needs to make sure that this king doesn't get too much space. He's also looking at... Okay, he's gonna... It's so more difficult. I don't think I'm running here would be good. Yeah, rook b1, try to get this. Will you lose too much? I don't know. He's gonna go for a4. Could have taken on e3. Should have taken on e3. I'm so confused about everything that's going on, I'll be honest. The bishop should move back. Drop him back to f3 probably. You will lose this pawn eventually. He's just... Alright, so... I'm so confused. King b2? Oh my god, rook c1 as well! Konavets, what a beast. The beast from the east. Actually, east west, but you know, it just rhymes. What's up, Monkey Chess? Grandmaster Rudolf Pruis is in chat as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is some exciting chess that we see going on left and right. Let's jump back in. Let's look at Chess Warrior Abdusatorov, who is losing, it seems, pretty hard against Paladin. The Paladin is coming in clutch. Let's see if we can find the quickest mate. I don't think this was the quickest mate. Is he gonna take all the pawns first? Okay. Don't stalemate him. That will be quite the horror. Do not play rook b2 here. Okay, thank God. What is he doing? Just made him. Just made him already. Oh my god, dude. He will lose Impulsive Rush. I will tell you that. Hurry up already. We're putting a show here. Alright, there's only one game left. We have Sultan against Quillenbachs, who has 5 seconds against 7 seconds, and this should be a draw actually, because this pawn is too far advanced, the king is too far away. And after king h1, this should be just an easy draw. Trade him off, put him off, put him in, put him down. We are done, ladies and gentlemen. We're actually going to go on a quick break. There's a 6-minute break. There's going to be a fair play checks of all the players in there. They're going to see how things are going. This is pretty standard that we have going on in these kind of tournaments. So let me set the timer so you guys know when we will be back 6 minutes from now. That is about 40. Let's make it 46. So thank you guys. Stay here, keep here, let's keep in touch. We'll be back in about 5 to 6 minutes for some more exciting Untitled Tuesday. See you guys, just a bit. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are still here. We are still going strong. I fixed the lighting a little bit. We're a little bit better now. Don't worry about it. I know you guys were... I know everyone was looking at the flickering screen, which that's something that we really want to see. But what we do want to see is some nice games. Let me do something. Let me do something fun, chat. We're gonna do something fun. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back to the screen. Let's go back to here. Let's see who's on top. We still have 7 rounds left. The round just started. Round 5 will begin shortly. Will begin soon. And it seems like we already have a few games getting started. So let's have a quick look at what is going on. What is happening. I thought I had... Hold on. Hold on, Jiminy Cricket. I thought we had someone playing, but did I put in the correct command? I think I did, right? Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Let me just have a let's pull up a game. I was gonna do something, but now I'm now we're completely out of it. Let's have a look at Konevets over here. Let's have a look at, like I said, Semsevian is playing a very good game right now. 1 second. And alright, well, let's keep it going again. Let's keep it shining. Let's see what's going on here. And one of them, who's going on, like I said, is Konevets Semsevian. We're having an interesting opening right here with the Bev top. It's a little bit of a dent in Bev top. Usually the pawns are this way and not with this one. But we'll see how that is going to be rocking and rolling. Black is having a very nice attack on the queen side. Really pushing forward, really pushing through. Which seems to be a very cool, neat little solution that we have over there. For sure. Paladin 61. I'm not sure who Paladin 61 is at the moment. I'm going to have to have a quick gander. See who that is. Paladin 61 is Kirill Kozynov. International Master. No. Kozionov. Kirill Kozionov. From Russia. There are so many IMs and JIMs, you know. It's hard to keep up. It is hard to keep up. White seems about to get crushed. You know what? You're right. You're right. Black has a very, very nice position, especially if the rook comes here to b8 and you can start pushing these pawns on the queen side. White, however, is slowly but surely getting some play on the king side. I don't think it's enough, but if you get a 4 or 5 in, this diagonal over here could be very potential for white. So let's see how that is going to pan out. Black is going to pull back. And white's going to say, all right, man, let's book it. You go on the queen side, I go on the king side. This is going to be a very exciting game. It's going to be so exciting that I'm going to take off my clothes. Because it is kind of hot on here. There we go. Rocking the Chess.com merch, ladies and gentlemen. There are merch stores. You can get these babies as well. I got it for free because I'm staff. That's how you do it. Any staff that's watching, they don't have it. You know what? I'm just Danny's favorite kid. That's the way it is. Let's see how that's going to work out. Knight takes on d5. Wow. What's going on here? He takes on d5. He can... Why can't he take back? Ah, the c4 bishop was hanging. Very interesting. And now the bishop is just going to jump back to c5. And black has some play. Snatched off a pawn, but at what cost? At what cost, I tell you. At 4 or 5 still seems like a very potential idea. g6 also looks very annoying. Weakening of the square. That's how you go back. g6. You cannot really take back because you will lose this pawn. There's going to be some very annoying checkmate ideas in the back here. Just quickly to show you, I'm gonna play some weird moves. This is a very nice checkmate idea. Rook h8 check. Queen here. And checkmate. Make sure you get your themes right, ladies and gentlemen. You play knight c5. Will we see g6? I say we're going to see a g6. Undermine of 7. Undermine e6. Let's go. This is actually very secure and safe. Unless you can sacrifice your bishop on a3. which is not the potential at the moment, but it could swing left or right. So I want to see g6. It will make me happy. I'm going to take a sip of my water while we wait for some nice, nasty tactics to jump in on the board. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. 6,000 of you are watching with us at the moment. Some nice, interesting chess. White is having a long tank, is thinking, nearing 3,000. So you gotta win your games at this point. Trying to make to 3,000. I'm also having a bad hair day. Goes for h6. Interesting. You don't have the dark square bishop. Black does have the dark square bishop. So I'm baffled. I am baffled, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be completely honest. Let's see. This knight's gonna jump to d4 over here. To e4, trying to win to e6. That does make sense, but the king side is very safe. I don't know. I feel like g6 would have been better, but I think the bar agrees with me because it doubled down after h6. But let's see how that's going to work out. Obviously, I am a mere plebeian. I don't have a title, and obviously going that's. Semsevian is a world-class player. I keep calling him Semsevian, but it is Semsevian, right? Come on, don't pull this funny. Okay. Don't pull this funny business on me. Don't punish me. We're okay. We're good. Bishop probably runs back to e2. Seems kind of fair. And now, where is Black's? Yeah, doesn't have a lot of time. He needs to start moving quickly. Knight a4, trying to sacrifice an a3. I want to see some action on a3. That's what I would like to see, chat. I want to see some piece sacrifices. I want to see pieces flying all over the board. I want, you know, somebody to flip the table. That's the kind of chess that we want. f5. Holy moly, Sam is going in ham. Sam is going ham. Look at that. You never heard that one before. Write that down. Chat, you are welcome to be in the presence of such a creative comedic genius as myself. I'm sorry, man. Wow, look at that. The bar was, you know, it was hesitant. Didn't know exactly where to go. So humble. Listen, man. Okay, I'm trolling. I'm just trolling. Having a good time. Let's see if Sam has a good time. Taking on g6 drops the bishop, but that would cause in a lot of extra checks as well. So let's see how it's going to pan out. 8 seconds against 6 seconds. We already got a winner. This was a good match to jump into. Like I said, all the board. He's playing knight to f5. Nani? Knight to f6. But after, do you just run the h8? Get the king out? Oh, sacrifice. Take it. Please take it. Oh, that would have been so nice. Take knight f6. You would win the queen that way back, but I'm not sure if that would be enough. Probably not the best move in either way. The king is on h8. It is very safe. 1 second against 3 seconds. This is going to be a very annoying thing. e5 check, and the knights are coming. Real quick, knight f6. Knight c3. Knight c3. Knight c3 would work there. 100%. I've seen that kind of idea many, many times. Knight c3 is just a winner here. Knight c3, queen b3 afterwards. Come on. He is... They're both. They both have no idea what they're doing. This is... Oh... The bar went back to 0.00. I don't know what's going on here. I don't think I want to know what's going on here. Try to go for the checkmate. Don't take here. It's checkmate! It's checkmate! It's checkmate. Oh my god, dudes. That was a... It was an adventure. That was a wild adventure. I'm glad that I was part of that. Let's see who else we have. Let's look at Tampa Chess, who is currently clapping and is gonna win this one back. Plenty of time, not enough time for Black, and he does resign the National Master with the 6-digit number. The 6-digit number. I'm just gonna call it that. That does make it easier. That makes life easier for a pleb like me. Let's jump back to... I'm not sure who XDPS is. It seems like this is the Philippines? It's Chile. Okay, it's Chile. Sometimes I get my flags mixed up. And this should be a very, very simple draw for Black. All he has to do is just push the knight. He can pre-move this. Okay, well, you take that now, obviously. You take that, baby. But there shouldn't be too many problems that we have going on here. Especially after a check like this. Now you can just start checking. Bada bing, bada boom, put him back. Yeah, this is a draw. Okay, nice draw. Nice draw by black. White obviously was looking for more. But actually goes for... He's going to try to get a win here. Interesting. Hope he's not going to burn himself. Obviously, he's like, I need to be top 3. I need to put in some chances. I really need to make something work. To try and make it to the top. So he's playing a little bit riskier. I can respect that from XTPS. I can really respect it from Chill, as we just learned. You live, you learn. You earn, you lose, you learn. I don't know. I sound like a towel now. But the bar is shooting up. It seems like the king is going to jump to g4. Is going to pick up this g6 pawn. And there's not much black can do about it. Wow. Oh, don't take that. Don't take that. Woo! My god, dude. There are some tricks in the position. And there you go, king g5. Let's bring in the pawn. Yikes. White, it was... Black had to draw. But it seems like this is not going to be a draw anymore. Can you take... Yeah, no, this is a draw. Wow, h5. That is ballsy. That is a very ballsy move. Wow. No, what? Okay. This is probably going to be a flag somewhere. This is a cool little idea that we have going on. 2 seconds against 4 seconds. We've seen this endgame before. We've seen this position before. We have seen this position before where at the end, black drew because he got a nice little fork at the end. But this is really difficult to defend. I'm going to say white win this because white has very nice techniques. It has been showing throughout this game. And black just doesn't have a lot of time. This could go on for a while. This could go on for a while. We're going to see if it goes on for a while. That we do not know. But that we do like to see. We're going to see a little bit of shuffling. A shuffling left, a shuffling right. And then they said, you know what, let's take the draw. Let's get an early break. And there it is. Shouldn't be too many games left anymore. Look, I only see 3 games left. And a new game has started. And we're following... Anna Kremling versus, oh my god, what a coincidence. Playing against Nemsko. And you know what? Let's I have a good idea. Well, I wouldn't say it's a good idea, but you know, it's definitely an idea that we have going on there. Kind of awkward in a way, but we can make it like this. Yeah, this is fine. Let's actually have a look in with Anna Kremlin. Let's see what she's thinking about playing Nemsko.
It's actually hilarious that we're playing together. Last time, she probably thinks I actually won a game. I know, that's cool, right? That is pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and go 8-6. Does it cancel the adoption if Anna wins? I think it should. I think it should cancel it. I really do think it should. I gotta hit another 11 for luck. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go pawn up. Awesome. No 11 challenges, please. The 11 challenge is pretty fun though. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and go bishop e6. Awesome. Awesome. Rain cloud. Well, but that was not because I was not thinking a move that didn't matter. I was just trying to. Well, no, nothing. No, that's not the case. We're gonna win. She's amazing, but we're gonna win.
No, that's actually quite a streamer battle.
Okay.
Let's just jump over to actually to
I'm
Nemo
gonna try to double up the rooks here.
and see how she's feeling about this
Going to
position.
try to double it up.
Chess. And yeah, we got a much later start in the game. But it's okay. For a few years, just a few years. But it's okay. now the world's a lot more equal. I'm definitely predicting way more female grandmasters that are gonna rise. So yeah, let's hope it gets better for sure. I mean, that's what, you know, we're all working on. What about the last 20 years? Last 20 years has gotten significantly better, but even then, by being a female in any game, I think you're already at a loss. Like, like it's literally by being born a female and trying to be a gamer or like be a woman in sports, you're already starting down like a couple hundred points because yeah, people are just not very nice. But once again, if we talk about this stuff, it will change, right guys? We can be the driving force to make change. And I think that's the better part. And that's the better way to think about it. Because people are gonna be dipshits.
There we go. There we go. A positive mental
Yeah, just ask
attitude.
Judith Polgar about her experiences.
For sure.
I mean, oh my
Some
god,
curse words,
best
which you know,
female player pretty much
part
ever
of
to
it.
walk on this planet.
That's part of it.
Okay, if I go here,
let's,
there's this.
Quickly and shiftly, let's quickly and shiftly pull back to the main stuff. Very nice. Let's go. Obviously talking about the representation of female streamers, female gamers in general. It is going in the correct way, so I am very happy to see everything's going on. 97 seems to be a huge blunder. Where is... Where was the winner? What was the winning move? I couldn't predict it. I couldn't see it. He goes for queen here, and bishop d6 just looks very, very strong. It looks like white is having a good game, at least. Let's see how Anna is reacting to some interesting revelations on the chessboard.
Huh. Takes. Huh. Okay, let's gotta go here. I thought we could take there, but we can't. I guess we just cannot. Okay, let's see. Okay, 40 versus 20. I mean, isn't this just a piece? Guys, that's just a piece. That is a piece, everybody.
That is a piece. Let's see how Nemo reacts to it.
Piece.
Doesn't look too happy. Does not look too happy. That is a clear distinction of what the move was earlier. It was no longer cruising. No longer cruising, and this is going to be a very difficult game for her to pull back. But if anyone can do it, it's her. She's very talented. She has a lot of skills in that regard. It's 14 seconds against 7 seconds. She is very focused right now. Let's see how Anna's focus is holding up. Very, very lucky. 2 seconds against 10 seconds. It's gonna go down to the wire. Pieces are flying, pawns are moving. Are we gonna see a trade on f7? Quite interesting. 2 seconds. The white is holding up the pressure. White is very annoying. Black is all cramped up in the center there. They are both very quiet at the moment. The bar is sinking left and right. What is going on? These two are going neck on neck. This is a beautiful display of just nice raw chess. Are we going to see like queen c2, queen h7 mates? Are there going to be any threats? Watch out for f3. Oh, here comes the knight. Both are incredibly... Don't get flanked! Oh my god, no, there's mates!
No!
No, what's going on?
Slipped! Guys, that hurts! I mouse slipped I mouse left my queen.
I think she,
I can't believe that.
I think she mouse left her queen.
That's
Let's,
so sad. We
let's let her rest in, let's have her rest in, what happened here? What did she play? Oh, she played queen e6 instead of queen f6, which was the idea. Wow. No, but, yeah, wow. That is, that was a sight to behold. I like that. That was fun. Did you guys have fun? I had fun. That was, that was good. Obviously, these were the top players, but that was a very nice, clash that we saw, coming in, and I do I do appreciate that. Let's look at some other games with quicker going on here against Shichev Clementi from Russia, and this should be White. The bar is saying, dude, play the correct move already. Every move he's like saying, is this king e5? What's the move? I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was, but it was interesting. Let's get the king to e5. Let's start running. Let's start pumping. Let's start going in. This is difficult. It's difficult to win. It's difficult to win this for White, especially with this bishop eyeballing g4. You can just start moving. Yeah, it should be a draw. No doubt on my mind that this is a draw now at the moment. Black is safely tucked away. Oh, you cannot take. Interesting. Then we have the Checkaroonie here, but still, shouldn't be much White is able to do, because Black will always find its way back to h7. So I'm not sure if there's something here. Yep. Knight defense. Yeah, this is just... They're just going to repeat moves at this moment. I will eat my foot if one of these guys wins. Don't say that too loud, because you never know. It could be a flag, but this should be a draw. Wait, why did TT start 1 hour earlier? It's because daylight saving time kicked in America, but not yet in Europe. So for Europe, it was 1 hour earlier. Title players were informed. They were all... made sure that they knew of the daylight saving times. We didn't start an hour earlier in general, but for Europe it was. Particularly George W's fault. I'm blaming him for the draw, that's for sure. You broke DST. You hate to see it, man. You hate to see it. Alright, that was round 6. That was fun. Okay, let's unfollow. We don't wanna, you know, make sure that she suffers anymore. That was quite a game to look at. I actually want to go back to Andraking. Andraking had such a nice game, such a nice position earlier. So let's see how that is going to be working out. Seems like a very timid opening right now. Probably see maybe a c3. I'm pushing his bishop back, so I'm expecting a c4 instead. No, he's still gonna play c3. Okay. Seems like so this is a modern defense for Black. I'm very well known with these kind of ideas. The Delphi and Keto variation is not something that I do a lot. So let's see how that will pan out. Let's see how that will work out. The c5 move is something I will know all the while. Usually you go knight d7, rook c8. So make something work on the c file. Now knight c6, because there's already knight on e7, and this seems like a very very joyous experience for both sides. Nothing too crazy. I kind of want to go through the games, because I want to see, like, fireworks on the board, you know? Like, this is completely not. This is, like, the opposite of fireworks. Is this kind of interesting? No. I'm just cruising for the games, real quick, chat. I'm just cruising for the games. I also clicked out of the tournament, which is, like, something I do a lot. Which is something I shouldn't do a lot. But we're gonna stay with one game. We're gonna stay with one game. And I'm also gonna stay with... putting on a sweater, so we look a little bit more snazzy and dapper. And I like the F3 of Onichuk. There we go. Let's go. This is the content people want to see. This is the content that I bring. So this is something I play a lot, actually. You want to take with the pawn. It's like some sort of King's Indian attack with the white pieces. Usually it's the King's Indian defense with black. With the King's Indian attack, you get a nice... So the king side looks a little bit messed up. The king side looks a little bit messed up, but you have a very nice control of the center. E5 is always a threat. there is a rook lift that you can do looking at g7, and these pawns will start pushing at the correct moment. Now the queen goes to f3, gets out of the pin, looks for e5. Knight can jump to c4. All very, very strong moves for sure. I would love... Why doesn't e5 work? Is he going to sacrifice it? Oh, it's just a measly check. A measly check in between. I completely missed this, but obviously after e5, you give a check and you are out of this dreaded idea. This knight will go to d5, and actually black has a decent position. So plays king h1 now. Let's see how he's going to resolve it. Bishop goes to b4. I'm expecting a c3. Trying to kick him out, and after bishop back, you can also go knight c4, which is just a very solid. I would just push him back to f8. Yeah, there we go. Put some defense on there. Put some defense on there for sure. Looks very nice, and the knight needs to start pushing now. f5, f6, and maybe we can have some good, nice, solid attacking chess in Untitled Tuesday. Who would have thought that we would be graced with such presence in this tournament? I like to see it. I know everyone likes to see it. A cute little idea. Let me just play some weird moves. Is that after queen here, you attack both these pawns, and it cannot be defended at the same time, which is a very annoying threat to take into account. So something white is eyeballing at the moment, though black would be happy to just trade off on e4. So we probably won't see that too much happen in the near future. You can't really push f5 just yet. The e5 pawn is under heavy attack by a lot of pieces. So we'll see how that's going to work out. And I think, yeah, it's a very, very even position at the moment. It's a very friendly position. It's a very friendly position that we have going on at the moment. So we'll see how it's going to pan out. We'll see how that's going to work out. The queen does get a little bit harassed. The rooks come in swinging. Coming in hard. Coming in fast. Where black is, joining in on the attack on the queen side. Interesting, the b2 pawn being the next target for black. And you can just take this, ladies and gentlemen. Because after this you take here, and after this you take here with the knight back. You win a pawn, easy GG. Let me take on b2, and now white is like, yikes, I completely missed this. Which is just, a tad unfortunate. White's looking for the attack. I can respect that. Maybe knight d6. I would say knight is more valuable than his bishop. What do I know? Huh? What does Bicky know? I do like the idea of maybe swinging this queen all over and start putting some nuisances into the position, especially if you get forced there. What's up, Chess.com? I'm not really calling out people in the chat at the moment. We are just enjoying the game as it is. We are enjoying the game as it was. And this sure seems to be an interesting game to be developing. The b2 pawn missing. There's the center for white. Maybe rook d7? Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yes. I like the counter attack. I won't say it's counterintuitive. It's not really counterintuitive. It's pretty intuitive to play rook d7 there. Alright? That's what I would say. G6. Ooh, this could be annoying. I would also... So does this work? Rook takes b7, pawn takes queen here. Can you defend this? Do you have at least a perpetual? That would be an interesting one. It goes for queen g4 immediately. Okay. Not so sure how I feel about that one. h5 seems like a pretty decent move, but he's climbing. He's climbing. It's gotta be. This is gonna be an exciting game. It's gonna be an exciting finish. I'm gonna say white's gonna win because this is just very difficult to defend now. I think he's out of time, and all right. Where is the move? What's the move here? What do you play here? Bah! Not that! Queen takes a2, defensive 7. Wow. Okay. Brilliant. Can you play bishop e4? Bishop e4, yeah? Oh, it's with check! Oh my god, that is beautiful. There were several wins on several sides, several times. So we'll see how this is going to pan out. It seemed like there was a queen sacrifice at the end, but black still has a lot of material. 5 seconds against 7 seconds. E6 pawn being played up. Let's put some pressure on the lad. E7? No, he takes an F7. Oh, E7 would have trapped the bishop, but maybe that wasn't enough. We see a lot of pawns. A bishop and a rook for a queen. This should favor black, but this is very difficult. Oh, yeah, there goes the queen. No, there goes the bishop. I missed that as well. Wow. That is sick. That is just sick. Pieces are flying left and right. Knight C5 check to finish it off. Let's take this one, and let's take this one. And wow, that is... My head's tilting. What a beautiful game. What a beautiful game. I completely missed that the bishop was hanging. And apparently black did as well. And, oh wow. Oh wow. What a game. What a beautiful game to be part of. And talking about beautiful, Greg Shahade is getting destroyed on the board. He probably won't be cheating that. This will probably not be on his tweets. Greg Shahade is a master of tweeting when he beats the 2700 player. And so some shade thrown at Greg. Greg knows I love him, but I don't think we'll see a tweet from him there. But I'll spy on his Twitter in a bit during the break to see if he already beat some people to to show for. You gotta love it. Let's see which games we still have. We still have 6 games going on. Apologies, not 6 games going on. This one just finished. 2 games going on. Ooh, this one's cute. Black's up a pawn, but that shouldn't matter in these kind of positions. You could trade it off. Right now he doesn't do it. This should be a draw, but black does have the advantage because, the king safety for black is okay. There aren't really any checks that could be taken advantage of. Yeah, this should be a draw. I would try this because, a draw doesn't help you. You need to win. You need to win, and it does end in a repetition, so... Nice little ending there. This is round 7. I'm not sure if there was a break after this one, or after the next one. We will see. We will see. We have a draw offer. This is a 145% draw, so... We're gonna have one more game. The break will be after that, so... Let's join in for the next round. Let's see who's there. Let's see who's ready. And we already have the games going. You see at the top, Jospem is first with 7 out of 7. Miss Hannig has 6.5 out of 7. And it does seem that fate put this two together. Actually, it's not fate. It's a Chess.com tiebreak system. Putting them together. Let's see how that's going to pan out. Ooh, I love this line with like C3, Bishop C2. It's something I play a lot with white as well. It's always such a blessing to see top grandmasters play your line because you learn so much from it. Like, what he's doing right now, giving up his dark square bishop, I would be like, dude, are you 1200? That's such a dumb idea. You want to keep that bishop. But Justin obviously says, nah, that's fine, man. We don't need it, so I'm going to go with his intuition. Also, putting in some spa. That's always the most interesting one to get. And let's see how this one will benefit the position. It is white to move here. He's going to... So his pawns are on light squares, and he has the dark square bishop. That's very strong for white. I've said this a lot of times during commentary during the Arena Kings events, but if you have your pawns on light square bishops, your dark squares becomes very weak. Putting in a green. Dark squares, green, kind of the same. So you kind of really want to make sure that get this dark square covered. Now your dark square bishop is really good at that. In other words, if you have your pawns on light squares, your dark square bishop shines. If you have your pawns on dark squares, or on light squares, your dark square bishop shines. I think I already said that. You get my jits. You gotta be up. You gotta put it around. Let's see how it's going to work out. Knight to f4, very strong move. f5 is going to follow. This is like a kind of a King's Indian attack. meets a Sicilian defense, meets a Benoni. So we're going to see how that's going to be working out. Yeah, we're going to see the trade-off. The bishop is unleashed, unchained. And I really like this kind of idea, what black is mustering up. Usually, a lot of times you get to see the rook on e5. Once this knight prances away, this rook will go to a5 to start supporting foreign attack. This nice little rook lift is something you see a lot during these games. And black actually has a lot of space. And a g5, g4 push is also not out of the question. I sound like a Minecraft villager, but that's not what that was my intention. He takes it e4. e4 was hanging. I kind of missed that. I was looking at it if he could take it earlier, but there was knight takes d6 with a double attack, so he couldn't do that. The queen goes to e6, putting some pressure on a7 here, and we're just waiting for black to see where can we put the pressure on him. h6 was an idea, but he's gonna go it this way. The bishop now defends d6 as well. So a good position overall for... I think both players are happy at the moment. I think both players are happy with the position, but it's hard to see where to make progress. Black probably wants to keep his eyes on these two pawns, b3 and d5, because the pawns are very isolated, undefended. This pawn definitely is pushed up a lot, very far. So something like queen f5 could start pushing up, but you need to defend a7 as well. This queen is superbly placed. Rook a8, you gotta snatch this one off, trade this one off for b3. These pawns are all gonna get traded off, and it seems like a more drawish position near the end than I would have liked to see. I want to see some action on the king side. We didn't get it, obviously. These guys are superior in everything in every way that I am, so we're gonna follow them. We're gonna follow their leads. And Jaspim is playing a very, very nice game. I'm expecting Rook a8. Rook a8 seems like the most obvious move. I don't think you want to defend it. You could pull back. You could play Rook c3. But I'm not sure if that is something you want to have in your position. But let's see. We do see Rook e8. We're going to take on b3. We're going to see some trades. The queen will finally go to f5. These two pawns will be off traded. And we might see a sacrifice on f3. That would be very, very cute. If this bishop would have a little bit more activity, this could be a very plausible idea. But not right now, obviously. Now black just needs to play rook b1. Rook b1, rook b2. Put some pressure on the lad. Nothing too crazy ongoing or going on. Also, rook d3 is actually kind of sick. Put some pressure on e4. He does it the long way around, which I can respect. The queen is well placed because it defends f7, so there are no like back rank ideas. It attacks here. It supports g5, g4. Hey, what's up? Supports g5, g4. Queen here, we need to trade. Maybe just king g7. Maybe king g7 would be a good move here. h6 is also something that comes to mind. You can't really go to the background just yet because you'll just trade it off. If anything, interesting game, interesting stuff that we have being displayed in front of us. Black also, chat, do not let your mind wander. After, let's say, queen here, and you say like, well, I'm gonna take your bishop, I'm gonna mate you. Checkmate, baby. So there are all these little tricks you have to take care of, and he's going for the g5 push. Now I want to see queen b1. There we go. Black is dominating. How do you get out of this? This like g3 or g4 your only move? g4. Okay. How can you get better at chess? You need to have a unhealthy love for it. So you want to play it all and all the time. It's easy to learn, but really hard to master. And that's the beauty of the game. So there's no quick way, unfortunate, but it's a lot of studying. It's a lot of analyzing. I played with an engine against an engine. That's something that helped me a lot. But we see how that would work out at the end. Oh. That's not something you want to click on. Let's keep her going. Rook takes a4. Let's see how we can get the fun rolling. There are some interesting. There's some very interesting stuff going on. Black is up a lot of time, actually. 4 seconds against 34 seconds. He is up a pawn as well. He's up 2 pawns. But his knight is placed really, really well on f5. Now, let's see how this will infiltrate the position. Knight goes to d5. If you can get your king on f5, that's going to be huge. That would be huge. I don't think king f6 back. Put it back. No, don't want your king on f5. That would be very nasty. He plays rook ace here. King f5, you would lose the knight. So that's a very good move by Black as well. He's not going, this is all locked up. He wants to get the king to f5. Oh, he's going the wrong way. What are you doing? Probably eyeballing here. Okay, he needs to trade off rooks or something. This bishop is actually doing a well idea defending these pawns. But the king needs to be way more active. He needs to find a way to activate the king. Maybe just a knight b3 and then start running. I like that idea. Knight b3 and start sprinting. Black needs to play king f6 here. Okay, now knight b3 and start sprinting. He goes for knight f5, he wins the pawn. Boom, that's huge. That's huge. It is defended, however. It is defended. This bishop is defending this one. G4 is kind of weak. Let's see how it's going to turn out. Is he going to take, and start running? He's going to play f3 himself. Oh my god, f2, he cannot stop it. But what? Why did you take back? You should have just promoted, man. Oh, that is so sad. There would have been a win for Black. Okay, we're going to look at it afterwards. The little intermezzo did not get supported. And this should be a draw. Wow. Look at that. No! What? Now check here. You just win. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Black wins in the end. Sarada. What a move. We saw the bar going up and down here. Because you could have just queen here when Black took back first. That was the big mistake. Crazy game. Crazy game. We love to see it. You hate to see it if you're the opponent, but you love to see it if you're not the opponent. Let's go with Bahadir. Bahadir Ozan against Uptun. Looks like Black is superior here in every way. He is +4, as we say. He's up material and a pawn. Up a full knight and a pawn. And he's now going to trade off or win one of these. There are no checks. And this should be over. It is actually over because there is a flag going on. Let's see what else we have. We have Die Hard Cuban against Jackie72. And this is a very, very drawish endgame. This is not the most interesting to look at. Let's see if we have some other games still ongoing. This is a more interesting game. This should be... So, is there a mate here? Rook h7, rook g7. I think that was a mate. Should still be a mate. Yeah, these are like very... I think you have to play rook h7 there, rook g7, and then you place the knight, right? What am I missing? So here, check, check, check. This is the mating sequence. So in this position, instead of knight h7, you go check. Only move. Check. Only move. Check. It's a checkmate. Only move. You take. Here you defend. Again, only move. You go checkmate. It's a cute little pattern, but instead, he went for the knight to h6 kind of idea. And made him this way. Which is a very nice cute tactic as well. Good stuff. Was that it? That was it, ladies and gentlemen. For now, it's round 8. We're now going to have a quick little break. Let's start up the timer so you guys know when to return, which is in about 5 minutes. It's in about 5 minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys. Keep being here. You guys are amazing. We'll be back in about 5 minutes when we will return to some nice, juicy Title Tuesday action. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. We're still here. I'm still here. We still have 3 rounds to go, round 9, 10, and 11. Let me remind everybody quick about the format before jumping round back in. It's 11 round Swiss if you just joined. This is Titled Tuesday. It's every Tuesday at 10 a.m. PDT. 3 minutes with 1 second increment. Payouts are based on Chess.com tiebreaks. Now, what are those payouts? That's a very good question. Let me enlighten you with the answer, which is $750 for first place, second place is $400, third place gets $150, fourth place $100, best female gets $100, and the best stream gets $100. So make sure to get there. If you are a title player, stream here, join it. You can also play Arena Kings as well, one of the events. So let's get back into the action. The games have already started, so let's just jump right into it. We have Miss Hanek, Alexei Sarana against Wouter Rasulov. As you can see at the standings, Miss Hanek 7.5 out of 8. He is cruising through this event. I predicted Jeffrey Chong to be the winner. He's 6.5 out of 8 at the moment. So he's definitely out there. He's definitely up there. He can still make it, but it's going to be difficult. There we go. We're going to see a few trades ongoing. These were done in quick succession. He could take here, but instead he's going to trade off here. He's going to probably throw in a bishop b5 check. When you can give a check, you usually should give a check. That is the name of the game. Or you're going to take on d4 straight away. No, he's going to take on b5. And he's probably going to castle first. Playing it a little bit safe. There we go, and d4 should fall next. There's no way black can defend this. This is a very interesting opening. I'm not sure what happened in the opening. Let's have a quick look, but... we saw a 2-pawn sacrifice. Black's position is completely crumbling already. This is just a very ugly double pawn that we have here, so... we're gonna see how that is going to pan out. Passed pawn, thank you for the sub, buddy. We do appreciate that. We do appreciate all your support. If you're viewing this, if you're chilling, if you're watching this on YouTube, know that you all appreciate it. And we hope that you enjoy these kind of events. And I would love this knight to go to f5. One of these knights should end up on f5. That is my dream. That is how I say it. That's not how it's going to happen. It's not how it's going to happen. Black is just in a very awkward position at the moment. So here's a cool little idea. Queen a4. If you think, well, I can just take here. Wrong. You lose your queen. So queen a4 is a possibility. I don't think that's the best move. Because it is pinned either way. You could you play something like 9g3, or would that be too much? I think 9g3 could definitely be an idea. Trying to jump to f5. Or maybe you give him the opportunity to castle long then. I'm not sure. Maybe you have to play queen a4 here. Or rook c1. Or something along those lines. Or knight c3 to put some pressure on him. There are a lot of moves. There are so many good moves, you cannot choose. I've had that in the past. Have you ever played a chess game, chat, where you have so many good moves where you're like, I'm not sure what to do? This is surprising, though. This is a very surprising sequence. He decides not to keep the pressure on the position, but instead make sure everything is traded. You might think, well, f5, give me that piece. But after queen g7, you have a lot of pressure on the position. So there's not something you can do. King f7, the king is relatively safe. I'm not mad at the position. You know, black is holding fairly well. However, there are going to be a lot of problems here. Queen h5, obviously not an idea because queen is defending it, even though it's tempting. You can trade it off, but if that's something white also does want, it's a very ballsy move, rook to g8. I'm going to give credit to the lad. That's a very ballsy move. Probably needs to move the queen away. That is what's happening. Let's see how this is going to go. The problem is for black that white's going to end up with a rook on d7. Which is a very nasty idea. Because let's say you play a queen. Okay, queen to f5. Do you want to trade? Do you want to trade? You're giving him 4 pawn islands. So that's good for white in the endgame. And white does say, yeah, I'm going to go for that. Interesting. Probably rook one puts some pressure here. Rook e1 puts some pressure here. These are all interesting games to be following. All interesting games to be seeing. So let's see how that is going to affect the games here. He's going to play b3 and the bar says equal. Completely equal. I say that is bull because if you are black, you are scared. You are scared. Now, this is a very difficult position to handle for black because of the pawn islands. You see, white has 2 pawn islands. He has these pawns, that's 1, and these pawns, that's 2. And then he has 1, 2, 3, 4 pawn islands for black, which is just incredibly difficult to defend. And he's just saying, you know, my pawn is so worthless, I'll trade it for your pawn and make your pawn worthless. That's what black is doing. And white's like, you know what, you're right. If you're right, you're right. And that is what's happening now. Rook d2 seems very strong for black here. Does play f5 first. Make sure that this knight doesn't end up on e4. Seems like a very good move. And will we see... I think he has to trade. Yeah. He has to trade or this rook will go to d7. And there was going to be the fall of a pawn. Now white is up a pawn. The pawn doesn't mean too much. The king is already centralized. Black's king is very strong. This should be a draw. However, knight does have a lot of mobility. A very annoying mobility. You do not want to grab that, obviously. You will connect these pawns and then you're just completely lost. This is good, however. If black manages to get the king over here, this should be very annoying to play against. Yep. And white is ready to push the king to g2. Will we see a perpetual here? He can win this pawn, straight up. He can win this pawn, but it will be at the cost of this pawn. Is that worth it? That's a difficult, very difficult decision to make. And he does make that decision. Wow, okay, so we're going to go. We're off to the races. He says, you are not promoting this pawn. And you know what? He's absolutely right. That was a very smart decision by white. Huge big brain. The decision to trade those pawns because he knew that this king couldn't defend this pawn and move the pawn forward at the same time was brilliant on his end. He's setting these pawns on light squares. He has a dark square bishop. He cannot defend it. He just needs to maneuver his knight to this square now. He's going to do that here, here, here. Or here, here, here. There we go. 96. And here, it seems a little bit unnecessary, but it should be a win as well. Like I said, this is kind of necessary, but he's still going to... Yeah, he's 100% going to put his one out. Very nice technique. Very nice technique by white. You love to see it. And you see that I love it. And it's just a win. Black is an unbeliever. He's trying to get for the draw. He's playing for something, so I cannot blame him. But you could just move your knight away. There we go. Easy pickings. That is a queen. They're gonna end up with more time than they started in this race. And there we have it. No games. No games. You're just gonna get them. Drop it down. Drop him like this out. Another win for Alexei Sorana, who is straight going to the top. Other people are, you know, getting by, getting closer, but no one is getting too close. We have FIDE Master Jose Herrera, who just drew Ridani 2021. This one is over as well. This is round 9 out of 10. We have 2 more rounds after this. There are still some games going on. Don't get me wrong, shit. We still have some games. Let's look at the bottom. Let's look at Ramirez Kohulu against Dosto. Well, this is going to be over really quick. He's going to just get a very easy queen. And let's see that end game technique over here. We got this maiden free. There's 1, 2, and 3. Maiden free. Look at that. Ramirez going down, unfortunately. Very well played by Dosto. Who else do we have? We only have a few games left. This is Vincent Spilz against Gorbul. And this should be... White has a lot of pawns, but unfortunately they're all being blocked, and there's going to be a mate in 2 after this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close enough. It's a mate. We'll get there. Well played, and that should be the final game. Yeah, that should be the final game. We're now moving on to round 10. This is round 10 of 11, chat. 2 more rounds, 10 and 11. 280 players in this title Tuesday at the moment. And I kind of want to see how my boy Jeffrey Young is doing. And he's giving an opportunity to really get back in this tournament. If he defeats Alexi here, he is a huge dog to win this. Not because he's the only one at the top, there are more people at the top. But purely because of the mental boost it will give you. We have, wow, this Alexi is at 8.5 and everyone else is at 7.5. He's a full point ahead of the rest. So we're going to see quite the interesting strategy here. The early b5, I kind of love this because you threaten b4 to take this here. And you can play bishop b7 to put some pressure on this. So these are very interesting kind of ideas. This is going to be... someone in the chat says this one's going to be a real ringer. Well, they're not wrong. This is going to be a real ringer. It seems like Jeffrey was taking a moment to think about what the opening was again. But it seems like it's kind of transposing towards this kind of Najdorf. Or actually, it's called the Sicilian Open Najdorf-Adams attack. So this is a Najdorf. This knight goes to f5, not to really put pressure on d6 or g7, but to eventually drop on d5. So I'm expecting either bishop g2 or bishop d3. Both will be fine because you're going to push f4 at some point. Might as well have your bishop here supporting the kingside attack. Then do it the other way around. I don't think castling long is that much of a great move. Though it's definitely still possible. We'll see where that takes us. We'll see where it goes. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where does the knight go? Cotton Eye Joe. Is it random when you spectate who's at the bottom and who's at the top? No. When you spectate, when you follow a player, you always get the player points of view. I have it that when I follow someone, I always show white at the bottom because that's more consistent for you, the viewers, to follow the games than if the colors kept switching. Like we saw black side, we saw white side. That's why in like pro sports, like League of Legends, they always show like one side of the map. They never turn it. And tennis, they always show one side and they never change that angle. You're welcome. Take on e4, and white has a very decent position. White should definitely not complain too much. Black should make haste in castling. Or white can take some time. Bishop b3, queen d2. Now I don't really mind the long castle here. Still short castle, probably the best move. Probably the most pragmatic approach to castle short, but you know, castle long, you have the open file. The problem is the d6 pawn isn't here anymore. Usually when you castle long, the d6 pawn is something that you really like eye towards and really go for. This is why you castle long in these kind of Najdorf structures. With the d6 pawn gone, your target is, you know, is already captured. So let's see how that works. All right. Let's see how this works. Let's see how black is going to approach this. He goes for... Wait... Is it knight of 6? Oh, knight of 6! He's ready to pounce on b7. Is that good? Jeffrey Shawn with a huge tactic here. Knight of 6. Doesn't matter how you're going to take back. You're going to lose this bishop on b7. Which gives you no longer the right to castle. Which keeps your king in the center. Which should provide some firework. So I'm expecting knight takes, queen takes, bishop takes, rook back. And then the sneaky check. This is the where it should be... very annoying. So let's see how it pans out. He takes it to queen. Interesting. Yep. All right. This is good. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Queen e2. Not only to get out of the d file, but it's also eyeballing a6 chat. You got to keep your vision all over the board. Knight c5 defends everything. You can trade it off. Win the pawn. But will be enough. What's up, Cletus? Sorry, I got itchy nose. We have those from time to time as well. It's true, yes. Europeans have noses. I know this is a huge tale of stories and myths and legends and being told. Bishop go best at g2. We're going to castle short. And, you know, white has the bishop there. White has a very nice position. I would say white has the positional advantage. I would just castle here. Keep it simple. And black still hasn't castled yet. I'm expecting a bishop here in the castle, but look at it. This is really nice. He's playing an early rook to d1 to reclaim his file and to make sure that castling won't be that easy anymore. Look at this. Castle, castle, bishop d5. Oh, I love that. Oh, yeah, it goes bishop d5 first. Obviously. You don't need to castle here, but... Then he saw that rook d1 leads up to bishop d5 to make sure black cannot castle. That's quite a beauty. Queen d2. Next pin. Man, you really have to be careful. And you're attacking g5. b4, apologies. You attack on g5 and you attack b4. Such a nice position. I think he's going to win, chat. Look at this. Plus 4.4. He's going to take an e5. Again, we have an issue here. You take an e5. Still check. You're going to win this rook. Wow, it's just disgusting. You cannot go here because of rook e1 with yet another pin. This king, perpetually stuck in the center. In purgatory. Plays f4 first. Adding insult to injury. Yeah, just take that. Let's go. Let's flippin' go. Put your bishop back, probably something like g2 just to make it safe. Double up. You are up a qual. I'm saying Netherlands. You're up a qual. That should be mostly impressive. Let's see how white can. So we've seen Jeffrey Xiong being very resourceful when it comes to chess. Let's see where he can find a way to crack it. Is trading queens going to be enough? It should be. It should be. So we have 3 pawns against 3 pawns. This is a very difficult way to win. It's going to be a very difficult way to pin. Jeffrey scares me. He gives me nightmares. The kid plays just too well. He's the machine. He is an absolute machine and something that, feasted eyes. A feasted eyes. Let's see. Rook to d5 check. There goes the knight. There goes your chances. Jeffrey Xiong taking down the leader of the Untitled Tuesday. And now, the first place is wide open. First place is wide open and ready to be, to be snatched. The champion has fallen. There are multiple people on 8.5 round. We have Misanik, MSB. Then there's Jeffrey Xiong, Owen Shuk. Misanik still leading with 8.5 points. So we're going to see... he's 20. You can call him a man. Yeah, that's true, right? But I'm 29. I'm an old man, so... That's why, I'm 6'5" or 196 in centimeters. So I call everyone small as well, even though, they're like 192. Doesn't matter. You're tinier than me, you're small. Look back to the next game. Abund against Kusuboyev Yuriyu. Is that correctly? I don't know. We have a queen against a lot of pieces, and that's going to be mate. Yeah, that's going to be a yikes. That's going to be a yikes. Well done. Well played. Very nice. We see this last round go. This last round is going to be very exciting, chat. We're going to see a very exciting last round. Let's have a look at CSB7 from Hungary against Chessstream. Alexander Kosteniak, who is a former world champion, if I believe so correctly. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that is the case. And this is a very elaborate draw. Both these players know that this is a 100% draw, and they will play it out until a draw. So, nice draw by CS. Obviously, Chess Queen, very strong player, GM, much higher rating, so that is an upset for sure. Last game of this round. Before we dive into the last round, we're going to see which games we need to pay close attention to. We're between 92 WFM. Teely? I think it's Teely. I'm not sure why they're playing this out. I think they just want the airtime. If you ever played poker, ladies and gentlemen, it's you know, you're Hollywooding, just trying to get that airtime. This is a quite decidable. Well, while this game is going on, we don't really have to pay close attention to this. It's not much going on for the standings anyway. We have a lot of people on 8.5. We have Alexander Serrani, we have MSB, Denles, Jeffrey Shang, Onishuk, NTBTDS, Kruzabov, who we just won, just saw winning. Kodavets, we saw, who just gets out of the top. Gospam is there as well, so a lot of people have 8.5. So we're going to keep a close eye on those individuals. We are getting there. The final round starting right now. Which games should we be looking at, chat? Which games should we be looking at? I'm actually going to do a little bit of a trick, so bear with me while you get to see this face while I make some adjustments so we can go through the top games as it is. Let's put one here. Let's put one here. Bear with me, chat. Bear with me. We're gonna get all the games that we want to see. All right, perfect. And now I just have to do this. Bada bing, bada boom. And we are good to go. All right, so I have 3 games open. These are all the top leaders that we have going on at the moment. This is Misanik versus MSB. We have Denles, who has... Oh, no. Oh, no, he disconnected. Oh, no, he disconnected. You're either very happy or very sad, depending on which side of the board you are. Yikes, yikes. All right, so let's see how it's going to work. Let's see who it is. Unfortunately, I think that's one's going to time out. So we're going to have a draw by agreement by Alexi and MSB. Very strange, very strange. I think Alexi is going to hope that the other ones aren't going to win. And he can just claim that the nice prize fund. That one is over. So we can click this one away. That was a very quick one. This one's going to be over, it seems, because time is running out. And then this, who has 8.5 points will be the sole leader after this win. And the only ones that can catch up to him are Onishuk and Jeffrey Shang. They both have 8.5 points. So let's see how that is going to pan out. It's going to be an exciting last round. Both of these players are playing for a win. I predicted that Jeffrey Shang would be the number 1. So Jeffrey, don't let me down today, tomorrow, Toyota. I don't know why. Let's go. 92. Push c4. Get the rooks in the center. It's not a crazy position. These knights are a little bit weirdly placed because this bishop is just completely blocked off at the moment. So we'll see how that is going to be working out for sure. My elo, I'm 2300 in bullets, 2200 in blitz. My FIDE is about 1950, so that's about my rate where we're at the moment. So 1 second, gotta clean the streets. We gotta clean the streets here. Let's see how that is going to be working out. So the position has developed. I think g4 would be a very nice move just to make sure the integrity of your pawn structure is still intact, because this could get wild really fast. Both players need to play, well, they don't have to play for a win. You know, with a draw, you might end up in the top 3. But we see that Denles did win. The other one didn't make it work. So we'll see how it's going to be working out. Onishuk is going in for a very heavy battle, playing against everyone that is going on here. The rooks are being traded off. White has a slight edge. White just has the spatial advantage, especially when his knight gets here and like g4, g5. If you can defend your king at the same time, that will be quite the beauty. Maybe f6 here. f6 could definitely be a potential here. But you also get an idea that you might get the queens traded off. The queens could stay. He's gonna pull it back. He doesn't want to trade the queens off because this bishop has a very nice eye on h7. He's still threatening f6. So we need to make sure that we can make something out of here. Rook f6. Now he goes for queen d6. They're gonna be traded off. And now we're gonna go into an endgame. f6 will be played at some point. f6 will be played at some point. Let's see if we can make it work. This seems like a very draws position. Doesn't seem like there's much wiggle room. We finally see the g4. I don't know. What do you guys think? Who will win this game? Will it be Jeffrey Xiong? Will it be Onichuk? I think it's Vladimir Onichuk. Does he have a name set in stone? Yeah, Vladimir Onichuk against Jeffrey Xiong. So both of these players are extreme powerhouses, as they've displayed throughout the tournament, as Jeffrey has displayed when he blundered a pawn and a rook and this castling in the first 4 moves and still won against the title player. That's just crazy. This is absolutely crazy. The knight does find his way, but you know, is that too much? Do we see a problem? Knight f3. Knight jumps to e5. I think it might be a draw. I think this might be a draw as well. This seems like this is the most interesting game for us to watch at this moment, because this is the game that will define who will be the winners. Now, at the moment, Denlas is the sole leader. If Jeffrey or Onichuk win, they can join him. If they draw, it will be up to Faith, who's going to be third. We're going to see the tiebreak results after that. We're going to have to wait all the way till the end of the games. When all games are done, the tiebreaks are recalculated, and then we can claim who are truly the winners. But it does seem that Denlas is going to be the undisputed winner, unless we see a winner on this board. Unless we see a winner on this board. It says black has a minor advantage. I do see that because of this c3 pawn being very weak. Maybe even knight. Yeah, there he goes. Knight b1. Very annoying to defend. Knight d1 is the only way. And now maybe you can start running your king in. Goes for c5 first. Interesting. Oh no, bishop can go here as well. This pawn is going to fall. Jeffrey Xiong is showing it again, ladies and gentlemen. Why he's the best. He's just the best. Jeffrey Xiong is displaying once again why we are just mere peasants in the presence of a god. Even on my knees, I do not belong in the presence of Jeffrey Xiong. This man is playing extremely well, and he's it seems like he's going to win this. Yeah, just king f7. He says, I don't care. I'm not gonna let you bring your king in on the king side here. Let's keep all the attention centered around the queen side. My king can always defend this. Or I drop a bishop here, Get this bishop over here, so I defend this, and I still have a nice idea of going here. A lot of ideas that you can work out, and that's where, your super GM instincts kick in. I think he's still a super GM. He's very much a super GM at the moment. I think he's way past the 2700. This is no threat at all. This pawn, I'm just going to play king here when I need to. I think you can just play c3. Pretty convincing. Knight here. Can you play this one? Why is the bar going back? What did we miss? Uh-oh. Why did the bar go back? I don't like that. Okay, the bar is dropping again. Okay, the bar is is working overtime. Yeah, check. Well, check. Bishop c2? Shouldn't that work as well? Oh, we won on timeout. Jeffrey joins the winner. Will he be placed first, or we'll see how it is. It's always so. Did this work? I wanted to. So I thought check here, and can you like support it with like a knight c4 and knight here afterwards? That was my intention. I think that would be enough, right? Yeah. Okay. But Jeffrey wins one move later. Sorry, no, he's just the best. He's just the best. Well done to those winners. We still have some games ongoing and going on, obviously. There's a lot. Let me refresh real quick. Let's look at Endraking. Just cleaning house. Cleaning up, f3. This is not a typical Philidor position. I wish it was, but after king h3 And g3, this should be over. Oh, there it goes. You lose your rook there at the end. Well done on that side as well. Let's see which games are still going on. We only have like a dozen games left. Let's look at Jospin. Let's not look at Jospin. Who cares about Jospin? He just finished. Let's see which else we have. It's always okay, so here's an interesting one. 100% draw, but just give me a chance. Give me a chance to commentate. SMH. Let's move. It's gonna end fast. Oh, every time, dude. Every time I click on the game, they just end. It's okay. Go with this one. Okay. Woo! Finally, that was an unlucky streak. This is theoretically this is a draw, but it's very difficult when to play when you only have 5 seconds. That should be giving king to e6 here. You'd really try to put him in the corner. And the idea of the rook here is that you're trying to keep the king away from your king as much as you can. I just have the power chat. I look at the game and it's finished. We're over. It's through. We're done. Go home. Well, not yet. Let's keep going. Kings are moving. Pawns are moving. This should be a draw, but we're gonna see them play it out till the end. Why? I have no idea. But you know, it's just for the it's for the viewers. It's for you, the viewer. You guys are the real winners. Oh, this could be annoying. Oh, I thought check here and then knight. This could be trouble. You could be making a move here. Knight here. Oh, rook check. Where's the mate? Knight check. There's the mate. He found it. Well done. GG. Denlos, feed a master. Denlos winning with 9.5 out of 11. Congratulations. Jeffrey Sean coming in second. Shared first place, so he's also a winner in my book. And Misadik, 9 out of 11. Coming in on third place. MSB just falls out of it. Konovet Semsavian also just falls out of it. Vladimir Onishuk didn't make it. Fenderine didn't make it as well. We see Christopher View, who I haven't seen the entire Title Tuesday. Coming in with 8.5 out of 11 as well. So he had some rough early games. I can see, but that's it for us, ladies and gentlemen. That was quite a show. Congratulations to the winners. Let's see what they win. We have first place, $750. Second place gets 400 hondos. Third place gets 150 buckaroos. And even fourth place. So our German friend also wins a nice little pot. The best female, I'd have to scroll through it real quick. Let me check who the best female is at the moment. I'm gonna suggest, as always, it's gonna be Chess Queen, because Alexandra Kosteniak is just a beast. But you never know. Not something I can see right now. I see here at the 33rd place. I think she's the top. So congratulations to Chess Queen for being the best one and the best stream. We will see who that is going to be. But for now, that's going to be it for me, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bigfoot. If you enjoy this kind of commentary, this enjoying the content, make sure to follow me on my channel as well, twitch.tv/Bigfoot. And make sure to obviously follow this channel /chess. We always have a lot of interesting stuff, a lot of cool events. The Bullet Chess Championship will start at the end of the month, so make sure that you are there as well. It's going to have a lot of superstars and a lot of strong players, and those combined, so make sure you're there. You guys are amazing. Thanks for being here. It's always a great pleasure to do these kind of things. And we will see you 100% in the next event. We're going to rate someone. I don't know who. We'll see how it is. Stay tuned. Who's going to get the love? But we're going to give some love to someone. And we'll see you in the next stream. Take care, everyone.